hard getting ready for the season. Let's just start out by asking, you don't have to tell me the players you lost, but maybe some of the positions that they played that you may have to replace.
Well, my mind goes right away to offensive line. We lost 4 out of our 5 starters from our offensive line last year. Also, Spencer McCready was a back for us. But yeah, Nolan Smith, Christian Rasmussen, Calvin McLean, Axel Starr, some good kids, good players. And then obviously on our defensive line as well. Those guys also played on the defensive line. So we build the trenches a little bit, get kids ready to go there. So that's a fun challenge.
Well, an area where you're not going to have to replace is the quarterback, also Boss Richardson there. He's one of the quarterbacks with the highest quarterback rating returning, a lot of yards, and he's done a great job for you.
Yeah.
And you got Ethan Bisgard, who I call him Biz Quick because he's so damn quick. Tell me, and he's the number 3 most rushing yards returning player.
Yeah.
The skilled positions that you have, let's start with there. How's Boss Richardson going to be a field general and lead you guys to some wins? And how can you guys, with the new offensive line, create some holes for Bisgard to get through?
Yeah, so, Boss, he does a lot with just managing, making plays, so quick, so strong for a guy his size. He's fast, he works his tail off. He's in here this morning doing a good job. We're getting in and out of the huddle well, we're managing the huddle well. We're going to do some things. We're going to put a little bit more responsibility on him this year than last year, which he's ready for, so that should be a lot of fun.
Let's talk about Boss Richardson a little bit because this is his 3rd year, and you've been his coach all 3 years.
Yeah.
And when you're a new coach and you're putting in a new system, it takes a little time for everybody to get on the same page. Sophomore year he was here, junior year he was here. How do we get him? You think he's going to get to here?
Well, it's going to just be every single practice getting a little bit better, and then him also trying to influence those other kids around him, using his leadership and his ability to influence those other kids around him to get better. Because true leadership is helping all boats rise, helping everybody get better. So that should be a great challenge for him. But you're right, Dave. So as a sophomore, we were really in the infancy with this offense. So footwork. Our coaches weren't perfect with it by any means, me included, obviously. And then our junior year, we learned a lot more about it, and he really took off last year with his fakes. We asked our quarterbacks to be magicians and salesmen and hide the ball, but then also, pretend you have it when you don't and all that kind of fun stuff. So he really took a huge leap forward last year with that. He made a lot of good throws last year. Now, we had some drops last year, so we got to make sure we catch, tuck, and finish. So that all comes together, but we need an offensive line who's going to, so we can run the ball, but then we can throw the ball when we want to, not when we have to, type thing. So that's going to be a big deal for him, and football is a big team deal, so he needs all these other guys around him to develop as well.
You need an offensive line to keep him upright and create some holes there. But let's talk about Ethan Bisgard's a hell of a tool to have in your tool chest, but do you have some other fullbacks or backup running backs or anything that can get involved, and maybe Boss Richardson can take the ball, tuck it, and run a little bit too?
Yeah, so we have obviously quarterback runs, we have fullback runs, halfback runs. Ethan, we're going to move him all over and play him in multiple different positions. He should prime and ready to go for that. He's played a lot of football. He's played halfback, he's played fullback, he's done a lot of things. So, and he actually went to state last year in yards per carry, which is pretty awesome in Class 3A. Then what we have going is Brady Weigel is back. He had a good sophomore year. He's back, he's going to play. We have some other kids there that are going to help us out, like Ian Richards is a kid who's coming in, who's going to help us out. Tucker Robertson had a great year last year as only a sophomore. He's a junior this year. He is fast, he's strong, he's a football player. He likes to get after it. And we're going to play him back there in the backfield too. So we have some options back there for sure. Also, Jackson Hollander's a senior who's played a lot of defensive back for us, but he's going to play some in the backfield too. So we have some options. And that's the good thing about this offense. Really, it's a full-back offense. So you get kids involved. You get them involved.
Well, you got a pretty some fantastic teams are going to play this year, and we're going to need a strong defense. And I know linebacker sounds like that's an area of strength there. The defensive line is going to be a work in progress a little bit. But tell us about the defense and how can we limit the points from the other teams?
Well, it comes down to fundamentals. It comes down to getting off blocks. First of all, our alignment has to be awesome. And last year, we weren't always perfect with our alignment. We weren't always perfect with our keys. We're going to get better and better at that. Our strength of our defense right now is in the back seven. So our DBs and our backers are pretty good. We need to really shore up our trenches and really get better on the line of scrimmage. So that's been an emphasis too. And we think we're going to take a step forward there. So that should be exciting and fun too. But yeah, when you look at linebackers like Blake Burnett, Owen Adam, you got Bisgard again, you got Brady Weigel, you got some of these guys who can get in there and play. Tucker Robertson, very, very good linebacker as well. In the back end, you got guys like Jackson Hollander and Ross Richardson, and we're going to have some young guys step in there too. So that'll be fun for that. And we're going to hope to play, quite a few guys in the defensive line to keep those guys fresh too, because that's a big part of it, right?
Do you have any freshmen or sophomores that have showed some potential, maybe kind of coming into their athletic ability a little bit that we might see this year?
Yes, we do. Sophomores especially, guys who played freshman ball last year, and it's just kind of funny how they kind of take off and they get more confidence, get stronger, they get faster, and then, hey, they're ready to go, a little bit more ready to go, a lot more ready to go as a sophomore. So guys like Matt Shrubling, Mason Crew, Chase Worley, Grant Bisgard, some of those guys. Owen Adam, obviously, he played varsity last year, the freshman too. So, and then there's some linemen, JoJo Childs, has just to help us in there and get in that mix. So that's exciting for all those guys too.
Well, I'm telling you, if your goal was to get me excited about the season, you're overwhelmingly succeeding here. So we're going to talk about getting ready for the season now. And one of the things that you guys have set up is a three-way scrimmage with Davis County Sigourney coming here for you guys to get ready for the season. But this year, as in last year, we've had some teams collapse, and one of them is Davis County.
Yeah, that was sad to see. But yes, and of course those guys have to do what they think is best for the program moving forward, and just hope that they can get it going. But yeah, we scrimmaged them in Sigourney Kyoto last year at Sigourney. I thought it was awesome. It went well. Our young guys got a bunch of reps, Dave. Our old guys got a bunch of reps. I know Jared a little bit because he actually student taught. He was a student teacher and I was a teacher at Twin Cedars, so he student taught under me. And that was fun. So Jared Jensen and I are buddies, you could say. And then, so yeah, we are going to scrimmage Sigourney Kyoto. We are going to explore looking at other teams, but a lot of other teams right now.
They're all locked in and everything, and this stuff happens to you last minute. I know they were supposed to play Pekin in the first game, but Coach Weber has a replacement. Eddyville Lakesburg's going to come in and they're going to play that week 0.
Yeah.
So they'll let's talk about the regular schedule. I know you got a home game first.
Yeah.
Game against Benton.
You're right. Yeah.
What other teams are going to play at home this year? Is it going to be some home games early, or is it going to be like home games late?
So we go home versus Benton, and then we go on the road, and then on the road, then home again versus Knoxville. Our 2 road games in there are Centerville and Minneapolis. So that's our non-district slate. And then we start at Solon, and then we're home against Washington. We're home against Fort Madison. On the road at Keokuk, and then on the road at Mount Pleasant. So that's our schedule.
So Mount Pleasant's the last game like it was last year. That was a big game last year too. You got the season coming up. Sounds like you're getting everything ready. Is there anything you want to talk about we didn't get a chance to talk about?
Well, I'll just throw a shout out to my coaches. Our coaches are doing an awesome job. I'll just mention those guys by name here a little bit. Spencer Rouse, he moved up from the middle school. Karen Countryman moved up from the middle school. We're fortunate to have Kayla Thomas, who's a new teacher who just moved to town. He's usually here in the weight room with me, but it's our first year for our new teachers, or our first day for our new teachers. Steve Miller is with us again. Nick Casca,
the Space Cowboy.
Yes, yeah. Nick Casca is back. Nick is a Fairfield grad. Obviously, Miller is too. Countryman is too. Spencer Else is too. So we're getting guys who've played here and done it well. Also, Luke Perry coaches for us. He's a Fairfield grad as well. So it's exciting. And we just had we had some camps here. We had a mom's camp, believe it or not, and we had a 5th grade through 12th grade camp where we had over 100 kids there. So that was exciting too. So
well, when I alluded to that was being the last questions, I might have lied to you about that.
okay.
I want to ask you about this weight room that's behind us, and I see these kids out here working really hard. You told me you made some improvements to this weight room, and how important is this part of the preparing for the season?
It's so important because it's not only it's physical, obviously, but it's mental and emotional. When we can get kids getting stronger, getting faster, and our school made a commitment to athletic performance. So I teach athletic performance along with Jared Belzer. We teach high school kids, so we're offering that basically every period in the high school day. Kids are getting some speed, some strength, 3 days a week, to 4 days a week of that. Plus, we're doing some mental performance training. That's been huge. We've had kids really sink their teeth into it and really see the fruits of that labor. So that's been a fun thing.
Okay,
for us as coaches.
I tried to get the varsity contract, but I didn't get it. But I am going to do all the JV games for you, the home ones.
Oh, cool.
And we're going to make Fairfield Trojans a big cornerstone of our broadcast.
Oh, love it.
Thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
Yep.
And good luck this season.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate that.